Welcome back to Total War Warhammer 3 in part 3 of our Mother Ostankya Realm of Souls campaign. Huge thank you once more to Creative Assembly for providing me some early access to this campaign, so I can show you everything that Shadows of Change has to offer a little bit early. We're going to dive right on into today's episode by providing Mother Ostankya with a few of her skill points. Oh wait, never mind, we're waiting on Bazorka's Wrath there. That way we can gain even more effect duration for our debuff spells, more winds of magic reduction for the enemies, and then the lovely Spirit Bear. They're launching nukes at him. For Juliana, then, she's got 2 skill points. We should come on over.
Sending the lost against us. I live for that fight.
The Slater sounds hilarious, as it just turns her into as a melee fighter. But the Wild Keeper actually will give our Things for the Woods an Incarnate Elemental stock, which sounds horrifying. That's not just for forest battles, which I kind of figured it would be. Vigor loss reduction minus 20%. Yep, that's the one. We're going to grab a Wild Keeper. Then the other ones we're probably going to grab likely just a bunch of Slaters. We'll have the others just crash in. I think I want 4 Hag Witches with the Mother Ostankya. We'll see though. For the other point, we're going to grab Wood Warden. That way she's got a bit more armor and more physical resistance during those forest battles. Because as we have, or at least I have seen here on the campaign map, it looks like Grimgor is now in Realms of Chaos. I don't know if he was previously. He might have been with the addition of the Warriors of Chaos.
So long as you remember, I'm boss. There ain't
But we can see that he is indeed at war with Grimgor's hard boys. And by the Warriors of Chaos, you know what I mean. The God-touched 4 factions of the Champions of Chaos. That's what I'm looking for. For Mother Ostankya, I've been trying to figure out if we want to go down south towards Karak Doom or over towards the Ice Viewer. We do have the quest started where we need to be occupying, looting, or raising or sacking 3 different settlements. Just doing what you will at 3 different settlements, and then we will gain her Cauldron of Power. We also need to start working on building up a frozen outpost. That way we can start working on grabbing Ulrika Magdova as well. And that building is actually going to be the one I normally don't build up to the frozen outpost here. It will stop Chaos Rifts from appearing in this province. We don't have to worry about that though, since we're not playing on the Souls Race campaign. But we'll have to start working on that at some point. I don't think that is a super important thing for us to be working on, just since we're going to have so many enemies right up here in the north. We might end up having both of these buildings in just to kind of reduce corruption, since we're going to have lots of adjacent corruption bonuses due to all the Chaos factions. Let's grab the breastworks here, that way we can have a temporary defensive bulwark developed over generations, repelling the incursions of Chaos. Or over 4 turns, either one. We've got 6,000 more gold, and now you're going to decide between Snow Leopard, Feral Bears, and Ice Bears, or the Silent Grove for more Hag Witches. I think we're going to go for more Hag Witches. Either one's going to take 4 turns, which is a bit sad. It's too bad none of these X spells allow us to speed up our building. It's one of the things that Yuan Bo has over both of the other added Legendary Lords. It's pretty excellent. We should probably then keep Mother Ostankya. Probably keep her nearby. We might have a few uneventful turns here. Let's start charging up her magic.
Spirits of the land.
We're going to hang out next to Karak Doom, ready to help out. We will not assist them if they start getting destroyed. Only if Ugath is successful. We move on the old Dwarven stronghold.
Spirits, I see.
These Ogre Bulls are going to be staying until the end. We're just going to call these guys the Hag Guard. Excuse me. We're going to see how long we can keep our Ogre Bulls in. We're going to call them the Hag Guard. They are the ogres that are not quite sure why they're here. Mother Ostankya offers them delicious soups, and they hang out.
Mother Ostankya this, mother that. Cowards, say less, do more.
Cowards, say less, do more. Alright, so in Tropuus here, we've gained from having our Warpstone token here. This would drop Spell Mastery. So anytime they cast spells, their miscast chance goes up to 100%. And they have less Spell Mastery as well. That's pretty crazy. I still think, I mean, this would be fantastic to be dropping on Kairos. So let's go ahead and build one of these just so we're ready. We might as well have all the tools in our toolbox needed.
Dangerous to the soul.
So dangerous to the soul. I think we'll also come on in and grab, instead of the Fragmenti. Fragmenti's pretty good for siege armies, but we're going to grab Typhlos is here. Drop in leadership as well as missile strength.
The storm closes in.
Can't wait to see how well
Your
that affects
hand is-
Kugath. He's just going to be launching his
But
little
beyond
maggots
that,
completely into
what?
left field, missing everything. Or he's going to get more accurate.
One must make use
Guess we'll
of
find
this
out.
fear.
There are no real deals to be had.
And
I kind of want to break non-aggression with Helheim, that way we can stab him in the back later on.
time. Yes. Meet
But that might make them more likely to declare on me rather than Kugath. So we shall instead
I
wait,
do these terrible things from love for
and we'll even
peace.
purge the corruption in the next settlement once we are able, or once we start claiming some more provinces. For now, though, we are only able to hex friendly territory. So, we got into Ostankya and in the turn.
I live for
And one of the things you do miss about the Realm of Souls campaign is the turn timers are very short. Student of the Squall. Recruit the following hero, Frost Maiden. Well, it's going to be a few turns before we get to that. A show of sorcery will stoke courage in proud Kislev hearts. The Ice Court must send its finest. To help out the spooky witch in the woods, huh? So you recruit one, and then for 16 more turns, you get action success chance. That's actually not too bad. I think previously it was you just gain more recruit rank, which is not helpful when you just recruited one. Recruit an additional lord. That has come in a little bit late, hasn't it?
heed my hexes.
You guys not being at war is incredibly frustrating. So what we're going to do instead,
Who
we're going to
calls?
start bullying these ogres down here. This waiting is the worst. We trespass. What are you going to do about it?
Our loyalty goes unrewarded.
Your loyalty goes unrewarded. They were only in line because they were scared of Ostankya. Which I guess does make sense. We are going to continue to not spend any skill points unless she's up to 12.
Fools.
Nope. And we wait. We'll come on into her witch's hut. I'm going to grab 2 of these because Tzeentch did declare war on us where Kugath has not yet.
Here, wizardry. I
The only
shall
issue
help
is,
you
I would like to-
better about magic's parents.
Losis or Fragmenti.
The cold
Just reading through there throws off the train of thought. We aren't able to claim most of the lands up here in the north, the chaotic wasteland, without penalties. We do eventually want to take at least the Road to Damnation. Kairos owns everything to the north, and then Village, I think everything a little bit further. Unless I am completely mistaken, and he is... Village, I think, is actually down over here. We'll have to figure out where all the Tzeentchian factions are. They're all over now. The only one I do know is that the Changeling starts in Nordland, so he's going to be an issue. Let's go over here and start bullying these ogres in Ice Spewer. Right, this feels like what we should do, correct? Come on out, we can start sacking some of these settlements. Gaining a nice retinue of gold while the Road of Skulls builds on up, but we really need to claim Krag Doom, so here's what we're going to do.
And what can the Dawi do for you on this
I'm
fine
going to end our non-aggression
alright.
pact. An oath means nothing to you. We'll have our vengeance. I'm not so scared of you. And if you try anything funny, I can just come on over and attack. We'll declare war on these ogres. We're going to sack the Ice Spewer and just try to lure them back into the forest. That way we can keep doing damage.
say less.
We do a lot more on our own friendly territory. Normal Kossars having up to 48 weapon strength. I think I got them mixed up. I was seeing the weapon defense, or melee defense. I was thinking, man, we have 48 defense on these Kossars. That is crazy. Not quite. Right then. That's another turn.
I should tear you apart. Be grateful for my restraint.
Ooh, Kronos, you're going to declare war. Okay, so it's not the ogres then. We're going to go ahead and... I guess they're going to force our hand. It's time to purge all of Chaos. I didn't want to take these lands just because of the amount of penalties. Like 30% extra cost. 50% more construction time is terrible. But if you wish to be purged, we can oblige. Likely we're going to start getting teleported in on by all of the Tzeentchian fools. And we've got a nice plague on the Dolganir forests. Absolute shenanigans. Got some improved lookouts now, though. Which at this point I'm thinking was probably not the call. Streltsy Arsenal gives us more ammunition for Streltsy and armor-piercing damage, which is only good for Streltsy. We can't recruit them until we actually make friends with Serena. Her leadership and melee attack while fighting against the Norskins is probably a really good call. We could also save up Spirit Essence. Well, that we could keep on the research either way, but... Lost Maidens, extra Patriarchs. A lot of this we can't use. Extra movement range we can use for the Troll Country Pathfinders. Breach Loaders only helps out with Streltsy. Good for anti-Slanesh. Yeah, Kislev's technology does continue to kind of be a tough call in the beginning. Really small buffs. 5% more trade is almost nothing. 10% more line of sight when we already have so much is also not super useful. I think we may just need to go for the trading for maidens. Let's do so over in the land, though. That way we can grab the Troll Country Pathfinders. So we're going to grab Ice Sculpting here.
We prepare. Chaos waits for no one.
No, Chaos waits for no one. Least of all us.
Say hey at your
We are going to go into a march stance, move up north. It's probably a good idea to send Juliana down south to meet the other Kislevites. But for now,
one must make
yeah, we're going to go ahead and clear out.
this fear.
After this turn here, that way we're not taking as much attrition.
Belief,
This is a campaign that can be marked by constant bouts of indecision,
magic.
as it's a much more defensive campaign, and I always do struggle with these. Hag's Denial. Resistance does sound pretty good. Burden Step. Strider and Devastating Flanker sounds hilarious. We can add this on into our beasties from the night. We can also afford an Incarnate's Wrath or a Spectre's Miasma. I mean, I am tempted to grab some more Explodey Boys, because we didn't really get to see them work previously.
Lost son or daughter. In my wits, the offspring of chaos.
She's got so much to say. They did a fantastic amount of work there.
What I
We're
do
going to
for
pull on through.
Kislev.
You just want to sit and listen to some of this stuff. You've got some really cool lore bits. She talks about being part of the old Ice Court, but I don't think she was just kind of a normal Ice Witch. Not a very good one, or maybe one that was dabbling in some dark magics.
I do these terrible things from love for Kislev.
Does love Kislev, though. Yothor is ready to go. Perfect. Which means we don't actually have to recruit him again. Oh, and Kronos is going to march on over the City of Splinters. Fair enough. We've got to recruit a character trained through the Ice Court. It really wants us to work on the Ice Court.
Spirits, I see.
We'll get there.
I do not think so.
So unfortunate. We could repair the we can't repair. We could put in the bears. The problem is, since they marched on over here, and we're willing to do the yeah, they bold moves have worked out for them. I don't think we have any chance of holding them back. Man, that's so unfortunate. Although, if they don't have units that allow them to attack right away, they will have to build up some siege equipment, so we'll find out. Come on, Ostankya, we have to move quick. How many turns before we get bears? Oh, you can't even recruit any bears. One more turn before they're allowed on in. In that case, can we get the Hag? Which?
Of course, it has
Yeah, one more turn. Okay.
very long life.
We are going to continue to just play the gambit and let these things keep building, because I'm thinking chances are they don't have what it takes to take down the walls.
I do not.
These guys don't have siege attackers, so I don't think it'll let them go for it. We have to hope. On through, and the turn.
Fear of hands is good, for it gives us power and maintains obedience.
Okay, so they're going to sit out front
Lance protector.
and raid. Interesting. Let's come right in behind then.
spirits
I'm thinking the plan
my
is they're going to
guides.
attack after we get in close and start recruiting up. So I'm going to go into an ambush stance and pretend like Mother Ostankya is not here.
A silence.
Leave me
Would
to
she not
my
actually reinforce?
manipulation.
She should, right? Absolutely.
I only serve
No, so she does not reinforce because she's in ambush.
Heed my
Well, that's kind of
hexes.
unfortunate. We'll start channeling magic
Miska,
then.
Widow,
Stay right
through
outside.
me, pour yourselves.
Well, I just don't want to be outside. I just wanted to actually charge up magic.
I shall be in the garden.
We don't get to charge magic here.
Of the nearest wood.
Okay, do we need 4 giant spiders? I think the answer to that question is probably no. Cave bats are very fast. We'll go ahead and get rid of one of these spiders.
Not every soldier is useful.
2 of these spiders. We can't
Troops feed
really
battles,
afford.
but magic feeds wars.
Can't really afford much, can we? I wanted to recruit in another hag witch immediately, but we can't. We can't quite make that happen. In terms of money, we've got no money. Time to go attack some out of Kronos here. It's just interesting decision. He just ran on over here and then started raiding. All right then.
Curdling milk.
Still have to go the entire way around before we get our next skill. That's just fine. We'll have ourselves a nice test against
I do
Siege.
not think so.
He's not a siege attacker at all. Makes sense why he pulled back then. Go ahead and save some gold with the idea of throwing in the hut here. And here's now when either the dwarves or, because they like us, almost look like they liked us less than Kugath did.
Yes, dear.
And Mama Ostankya, I want to add you in some more soldiers, but we just kicked some out for no reason. Alright, we'll skip on through, and, you know it is. Interesting. Oh, we got a patriarch? I heard that. Velasi Shaitra. Okay, well, you are going to have yourself going back down south. Walls. Alright, we got tripped up. We're going to try this again. The Revenant. While trapping the scrawny rabbits of the Oblast, a huntsman is set upon by a wandering bear. The attack is beyond horrendous, his wounds countless and grievous. Yet impossibly he lives. It takes him 20 days to drag his broken body home. He drags himself home. His survival is miraculous. Truly, Urson loves him. And yes, Urson says he loves you by attacking you by a bear, letting you drag yourself home. Perfect. Welcome, Velasi. He is a Kossar headman. A natural leader. Well, naturally then, we're going to send you on down south to go meet Dietz Arena. He's down here. Indeed we do. We do have to pay for you now, though, which is a bit unfortunate. The forces of chaos did flee north
Which?
and claim the town. We get a full garrison right off the bat, does it? Well, that makes things nice and spooky.
Fools.
I actually think we have no trouble winning, though.
Its endurance. Spirits, I see.
We are going to move on in. We are going to use your souls to empower Mother Ostankya. We can just go for a Pyrrhic victory and lose only the bats. Maybe a good call. It does look like our cave bats are absolutely outperforming the Chaos Furies of Tzeentch, though. Their weapon strength is less by a good margin, but they do have anti-infantry, so that'll bump their melee attack up to, I believe, 30. Yeah, plus 8, correct? Yeah, it'll be above 30. Alright then, demons. We're going to make sure you are miscasting all the time. What else can we kind of apply? Missile strength reduction. We don't really need any of that. We can just kind of go use what we got. And I think what we'll have is just a bit more resistance. All of your attacks magical. In that case, all of the physical resistance ones are borderline useless. Unburdened Step could be nice, though. The extra flanking being pretty devastating on our things in the woods. Let's do it. We'll make them unburdened, and then we'll give more missile strength to our Akshina ambushers. Since they will likely try to focus these guys down, we're going to give it to them. Plus, giving them 15% more missile strength sounds great. 35 armor piercing. They're nearly, that's about as good as a Celestial Dragon Guard. That's great. We go for Spirited Away as well. This is the one that gives us a bear. I mean, I'm tempted to use this one. Perfect Vigor, more leadership, and then as soon as they hit below 20% hit points, they explode and turn into a bear. We then definitely lose the bats. Let's do it. That sounds exciting. Sorry, bats, you're very elite. We can recruit more of you just by kind of shouting out into the wind. It is what it is. All right, so we've got a nice kind of choke point in the middle here. We would want to attack pretty aggressively and then lure them back up, and we're going to set up either on this choke point or this one, and we can rotate either way, depending. But one of the good things about Tzeentch is they have pretty low range on their missiles. At least we outrange them by about 10 to 20, so we'll have to use all of that to our advantage. Let's dive on in. Okay, there's going to be an absolute ton of blue horrors on the other side. That's going to make this battle very spooky. In terms of missiles, we have nowhere near the missile advantage here. So we want to set up with as many of our troops being hidden as possible. But I still want them to be set up so they can actually hold this choke point, so we're going to hide them all in the same set of forests here, as I'm losing my voice a bit. Let me go ahead and set up. I'm going to grab some water, and I'm going to be right back.
Akshina ambushers! Defenders of Kislev!
Akshina ambushers!
Wolf tough Kislevites! Sons of Kislev!
Alright, I'm back. Hopefully. We shall see. We'll have the Akshina rolling with the... Oh, we've already put them in a group with the first group. Whole group in guard mode. I'm going to pull the Akshina back a little bit as well. I really prefer them not get spotted very soon on. I'm going to have both of the bats being over here. Ostankya, do you outrange? Oh no, she does not outrange the blue horrors. That's going to be a bit of a problem. Yeah, she's going to be very susceptible to blue horror fire as well as Kronos' spells. You're definitely going to want to try to lure in those speedy units. How fast are you, Ostankya? 77 speed. That is nowhere near as quick as the Furies. Is it at least faster than the Screamers? No. Screamers are also very quick. Okay, well, I still do want to lure them back over here with the Akshina. And then we'll have the things in the woods. They can stalk whenever they want. The enemy does not know where they're at until it's too late. That's great. We're going to put them back here, and we'll likely just rotate them around. Let's throw the Ogre Bulls back in the back. They are some of the only units that are 100% noticeable. The two Spiders. Probably just back here in the woods. We don't really want them to know where most of our units are. Alrighty then. Infantry.
Take it all!
Ostankya. That'll begin.
Of Kislev. Look at those impudent fools. They think themselves strong, right? But what is their strength to the leeching cold, the dark shadows, the vile woods? They will learn, won't they?
They will learn, won't they? What an awesome voice line she has. Alright, bats. Overwhelm those Furies. Let's drop down the Flock of Doom here and help get rid of these poor fools. Lead them away from my Akshina. We are going to win the bird fight there. Back to the next group. They did find my Akshina.
Mother Ostankya, moving my wrath.
You guys help out with whatever the most dangerous unit is that is caught.
Bring them down!
The Hag Mother herself.
Let's rock.
Didn't really need to reduce cooldowns just yet. Want as many of the fools dragged together as we can help. Don't mind you getting it a bit closer. Everyone else back. Don't want the Akshina getting caught. Come on around. Speaking of getting caught, she is very hard to bog down.
Moving for Kislev.
Action ambushes!
Akshina, move in to help. We need you now more than ever.
Helps the tribe.
The tribe in. You as well just dive into the middle of those pink horrors. We gotta rip them to pieces. Bats, come on away. Oh, our poor bats. They got eviscerated. Alright, spiders, you crash down in the center here. You come on away, and actually let's drop in those things in the woods behind. We lost one of our units of bats completely, which is really sad. You all head to the back line to take down the Herald of Siege there. Pinks, take down these blues first. Oh, can't overcast it? That's unfortunate. Come on, Ostankya, let's go over here and drop off some mushroom stew for the ogres. Come on, Grandma. You got him, ogres. Let's go for some slow-mo battle scenes here. As the Hags Guard rip their way through the multicolored nightmare. Well, not this laddie. He fell to the many shivs. Just sweep those big blades around. I mean, speaking of, look at him go. We've done a very good job of using our choke points. It does look like we're going to end up losing our bats as they wished. Here's the thing. I don't mind, because these bats are going to turn into an ice bear. Juliana, you come on back over. Let's focus all of the Akshina on the Herald of Siege. Start blasting into the group there. Bats have been spirited away, and... oh, maybe they're not below 20% health. So we thought.
I set my back.
It looks like we win the old-fashioned way. Sorry there, Siege. Pull on back, let the crossbow bolts do their thing. I'm all shouting. Get out of there, spiders. It's gonna be about to be a bad time. Beautiful. And the Herald of Siege gets eviscerated. Perfect, we do take a few casualties there, but our bats didn't even get spirited away, so we kind of wasted our blessing. Either way, I'm gonna go ahead and do some healing with the mushroom soup. I'll catch you all in a moment. Right, a decisive win secured, and actually our bats just turned and fled. So did the Hag Guard. They got 131 kills though, which is fantastic. Turns out ogre bulls with magic attacks turn themselves into demon mulchers. Got 164 of the good old spirit essence there. We are going to go ahead and let's go ahead and sack.
Machina, carve, tools, all for Mother Kislev.
All for Mother Kislev. And then we are just going to go ahead and claim it.
Spirits, bring death.
You only delay your destruction.
That's what you think, buddy.
Mother
We now have
Ostankya.
Mazorska's Wrath, which, malediction upon malediction, the curse weighs heavily upon those who dare trespass. You all were struggling with Ostankya before. Now what's the plan? Magic Power Reserve +2. Forest Lure. We're going to grab the Mother's Rally. Go ahead and snag also the Forest's Lure, and then do a bit of reordering here. We can't quite afford any more Hag Witches right now, so
in her charms.
that would not be good to go for. Instead, let's go for the Forest Lure, the Inspiring Chant, and then Folklore here. These other two are going to be great as well, but as a secondary skill, because minus 20% essence cost for hexes will be great once we actually start
Here
taking
goes the trinkets.
needing to use said hexes. One more turn for Ice Sculpting. We'll go ahead and wait. A little bit of Spirit Essence here, as we only need 150 for the next bit of goodies. 8 of Thorns. As long as they're moving, they take damage. Yeah, this is the one we wanted to bait. It does actually give them more base weapon damage, but it lowers their armor piercing. But anytime they're moving, they're going to be slowed down and taking damage. We've got to try this on one of the cavalry unit or something.
Survives the long winter, the bramble. It's very sour. You taste it upon cracked lips.
I don't want to. Not even a little bit. Let's grab... I mean, that Spectre's Miasma was fantastic. Not too many of them got taken out, though. Let's grab another one. Any extra bit of missile strength is always good to have.
They say that at every death, the specters gather to feast.
Oh, so she has a voice line for each one of these? We'll have to find out.
Hate by hexes.
Go, Juliana. Upheaval of Earth. -1 corruption and the Assault of Stone. Yes, please. Bound spells sound great to me. We will also do the chant that purifies the area. Never mind, we absolutely don't need to. There is so much anti-corruption in the area, it just started to peek through rather early. It's 6 corruption.
Who calls?
Intriguing. Already got the ogres, we don't need any more. Got more than enough Hag Guard.
Not the only way.
Right, we've got a fair bit of extra gold. Do we have enough for the Hag Hut? We do not. So we save money then. In fact, since I'm likely to go ahead and throw in a set of walls of the Doglanier Forest, probably a good idea to remove... We can't really remove anything that makes money, can we? In that case, we just have to save. Hope we can get to more fights. Skip on through. Damaged buildings available. Yeah.
An old wound.
Don't want to spend the money to repair them. We're going to go ahead and ignore it. The forest will repair itself, don't you worry. And that should be our turn.
I should tear you apart. Be grateful for my restraint.
Hello, Malbob. Would you like peace? Peace will do. Thank you kindly.
More and best and together.
That is not true at all. We remember what you wanted to
I
do.
have communed. I have foreseen. The lamp speaks to me.
Does it now? Mother Ostankya's eyes glaze over as she is suddenly overcome by a torrent of whispers from the spirits of the land. In hallucination, she scries a cave somewhere in distant mountains, where deep within sits a cavern of rare ice crystals, placed thrumming with the ancient magic of the land concentrated in dozens of glimmering stalagmites and stalactites. A single shard of one of these formations could be a powerful centerpiece for Ostankya's crown, augmenting her influence over the spirits who facilitate her frightening spells. Yet as she drifts out of her vision, she also makes out a cacophony of monstrous roars, shrieks, and howls. Something feral awaits. That's not very nice, he's just a dark elf. Alright, we'll go head on over to that one as soon as we can. The Loose Tooth tribe has been taken out. Who done it? Grimgore. Oh, lovely. Well, that's not good. Grimgore, you know, I'm glad you're here. We've got ice sculpting now. Perfect. We're going to ignore that and come on over to Double Double, where the theory of magic is practiced indeed.
Such
And that'll unlock
strange newness.
one of these side options, so we can slot in 3 of them. Leshy's Embrace. We need Leshy's Embrace. Rat's Grit. We're giving this Skaven a lot more than their credit than they're worth.
Yes, dear.
Would like you to move on up and crush this Lord of Corn. I don't think we can reach into the floating mountain, but that's where we're heading next. We should have just done this to begin with. He retreats, hopefully far enough away that we can take down the mountain too. Ooh, indeed. We'll just have to fight it. What was I to them? I will not allow the auto-resolve to slaughter half my army here. To battle. Alright then, we start deployment. The reinforcements are all the way over here. They're going to have a really bad time. We grab the Ostankya. Grab the other Hag Witch. The Hag Guard need to do some healing this turn, so we're going to keep them back. They will be at their healing cap. They have 9 models, they can't heal any more than this, so there's no reason to try to drop any Gulyass on them. It is all a waste. Set the Akshina up. Eviscerate those doggos as they move forward. Don't mind the White Wolves up front, because they're actually fairly decent. They can stop the enemy in their tracks. Other Kossars. On 1 blob.
The motherland's finest!
Over here. Range troops. Fluffy. Which I have to remember, he is a huge boy, but he is now very invisible. Which makes just no sense, but I'm here for it. Sneakiest elemental around. The woods defending the ambushers, and we are ready to go.
Guts out, boys!
That'll begin. Gotta send these guys around the side. Ostankya just move forward and cause them problems. We've got our Spirit Bear. And that's a... on cooldown? Okay, well, enjoy the bear. Oh, look at it. Where'd he go? The bear's swimming through the air. What on earth? You missed, Whale Bear. That makes me sad. That was concerning to the maximum. Imagine being the enemy and a bear starts swimming through the air towards you. I don't know what you're supposed to do. I guess do what they did, just dodge it. Oh, hello there. Hold the line, lads. Things are about to get real dangerous for you real quick. Help's on the way, though. Poor fools. Even if you catch Ostankya. So everyone she's hitting has the Curse of Iran here on them, so they've got less melee attack and defense. That's crazy. I mean, she can obviously still take damage. I'm gonna not be foolish with her. Drop down more crows there. Go ahead and deal with his lord. In fact, we're gonna deal with him so fully he can't move. Amazing.
The motherland's finest!
They managed to escape, did he? Here comes the other forces in 5 seconds. They might have another summon of demons below.
Follow the bear!
Here,
Excellent!
grab my Kossars.
Device! Kislev sends us forth! Our duty served!
Move on up and cause them some problems. Akshina are destroying this poor lord here. We're gonna take them off guard mode so they actually keep chasing him down. Maybe they had only the one summon of demons below? We'll see. This poor lord, though. Target practice. Got flaming axes, though, so... You are winning on the cool factor, buddy. For what that is worth. That was a pretty devastating hit. Just skate through the wolves there and let things in the woods scare them away. Shouldn't have got so close. That was a mistake. Let's pull on back. Let Ostankya drop down the overcast. Throws on these demons.
I have decided.
There's the enemy unit. They were waiting. Very smart. They were waiting till I was a long ways away.
Without question.
Just stopped them from doing damage. You go ahead and throw the Spirit Bear at Bauglon the Betrayed. Please don't kill too many Khazars.
Take it for this was sense of force.
There goes the Spirit Bear. Man, that is... Oh, you overshot him again.
Shadows gather.
Probably entirely my fault. Come on over here. Crossbows at the ready. You just go ahead and crash into the armored troops. Ostankya, you go ahead and pull a 180. Just retreat on away.
Take the spirit turn.
I see 0% reason to take 3 shots from these bloodletters here, so we're just keep fleeing. A bit slow, should have turned all the way around. One more crows. Alright, dive on in, rip him to shreds.
Defenders of Kislev!
Just wading through the bloodletters like they don't even exist. And then they get run over by the things in the woods. As great swords won't protect you. Not from the forest. Alright, Ostankya, you calm down with your firework cauldron, and we are going to do some healing on our spiders here, like the cheesy rats we are, and I'll catch you all in a moment. Right, that decisive win, which definitely should have been the case. We only lost 29 in the fighting. We will go for Selyak Provides.
Those who offend Kislev so mightily will serve her.
Or will suffer. Figured we were purging them in some way, so we've got the Watchmen in the Night, the Armored Kossars. The existence of the Tsarina's secret police is no secret, for the Watchmen's ranks are not just the spies who root out the opposition to her rule, also the toughest of retinue. Hardly seems like a good way to run the secret police, but what do I know?
Kill for
Lost
Kislev.
0, 5 more essence, which is actually pretty good. We will go ahead and just claim this one as is.
House of Chaos.
Now we'll just go ahead and get rid of Karnath's sons. We dirtled around a little bit too much. I figured in my testing, Kugath claimed Karak Doom much faster than in current. As it stands, Clan Helheim is just being obnoxious down here. And they haven't even declared war on Kugath yet, so we're going to wait a little bit longer. We'll come on down and basically as soon as we're allowed to declare war.
Messenger. Spit out your words.
We can now,
so I
can't
can
we?
be done with them.
It's just not going to tell us when we can. It's supposed to be 9 turns, I believe. So we'd have to wait 9 turns after canceling our trade agreement with them even. To keep trading with them for now, we'll let them break the agreement. Over here at the forest, though, let's throw in our Ostankya's hut. I do think it's probably a good idea to bring ourselves on down south and keep an eye on things. You go a little bit wide, that way I can maybe see a little bit. Shout blasphemers. The best way to do it is just shout as loudly as you can. Okay, great. I am going to then delete the Parksamaz. That'll be what we put in the proper walls instead. We're going to turn around and deal with Grimgor as well. Here's the new plan. Maybe we make friends with Grimgor? Let him have the mountains, although we can claim the mountains ourselves. That's a tough call. We are going to need allies against Chaos, and I think Grimgor is our only real choice at the moment. That means handing back these 2 settlements to him.
It is so.
How much does he dislike us? It's improving. You probably make it improve more so. Yeah, an unlikely alliance in the woods, Mother Ostankya and Grimgor. We're going to try to make it happen. So what would you give us for... Let me just keep the floating mountain because it's got
Milk.
the Tsar here, which would give us more winds of magic power capacity for all items. For all armies, rather.
Get some.
You, sir.
You dare approach me.
I was thinking of you, the Hellcade Drove. Would you be happy?
Like what you say. Mork will be eating your
Ooh,
guts
hang on
tonight.
now. Mork will be eating your guts. Yeah, that I doubt highly. He wouldn't even be able to catch Ostankya. He skates around so fast. Yeah, we'll give him the Hellcade Drove and we'll take a non-aggression pact. We then can't get back through our own lands except for being violent through Tsinch, so this kind of adds an extra bit of challenge. Oh, lovely. Good news is, we won't even worry about taking the gold. This should improve our relationship with Grimgor by a huge amount. Otherwise, we've just given him a nice staging point to invade our lands. We'll see.
Suppose.
The deal is done. We'll be up to 4 next turn. That's actually pretty good. Got a non-aggression pact. Who would have thought? And a Grimgor and Ostankya. Yep. Throw in the Tsar here with Mother Ostankya, and then
Boarding Kislev.
pass out our Weller and skill points. Mother's Rally would give us more hag recruitment. We can't actually afford them, so let's go for the Coven's Will. Juliana of the Oblast. We shall give you, good madam, the final point into protective charms. That way our army will take as few casualties as possible, kind of wandering around up here in the north. Stuff. 5 turns till we can actually get Stankya's hut on in. Nice boon. Perfect. Probably a good idea then to save for our Coven's Curse Mark. It's not very expensive, so let's just go for the Purification Chant. I don't have any corruption. Ostankya is so good at purging corruption. I think Onward to the Valerie is the answer. Kairos has no idea we're here. Beautiful. We'll have 1 intern then, and I'll go ahead and end the episode there.
What? More.
Having too much fun.
Speak.
Well, hello, Gilbert. He wants his non-aggression pact back. No. Ostankya the Constructor. Fury of Magic is practiced, indeed. Yeah, let's see. Which ones do we unlock? Rat's Grit. This one actually I think is fantastic. Extra bonus versus large up to 15. Each unit in range. Wow. This is even better against fighting like a giant Skaven monster even. Cool stuff. You're gonna grab another Intrepus though. As far as the rest of these, a lot of these are really, really solid. However, that Spell Mastery drop and Miscast Chance, I think saved our bacon quite a bit there in that previous battle. Made the enemy spellcaster pretty terrible at his job.
Rich with sweat and onion. Cross and loss.
Indeed. And then the other one will just grab Typhlosis. Make the horrors terrible at shooting.
The call is about
Perfect. Well, for now, I'm going to be out of time. For today, I have been at Space Wizard Total War. Remember to leave a like for the light god and a sub for the sub zone. I'll see you on the next one.